Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for unified and zero-tolerance approach to defeat terrorism. Home Minister Amit Shah emphasizes dismantling the use of dark net and cryptocurrency by terrorists. 11 people killed in a road accident in Chamoli district, Uttarakhand. ISRO successfully launches first ever private rocket from Sriharikota. President Draupadi Murmu says upcoming IFFI will deliver unique cinematic experiences. And Manika Batra becomes first Indian woman to reach semi-finals of the Asian Cup table tennis tournament. Prime Minister Narendra Modi cautioned against nations that use terrorism as a tool of foreign policy and called for no ambiguity in tackling terrorism. Mr. Modi was addressing the third No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference on counter-terrorism financing in New Delhi today. Prime Minister said that all terrorist attacks deserve equal outreach and action and that a cost be imposed on countries that support terrorism. He called for a uniform, unified and zero-tolerance approach to defeat terrorism.
It is well known that terrorist organizations get money through several sources. One source is state support. Certain countries support terrorism as part of their foreign policy. They offer political, ideological and financial support to them.
Asserting that India will not rest till terrorism is uprooted, Mr. Modi underlined organized crime as an important source of terror funding. Prime Minister Modi said the long-term impact of terrorism is particularly hard on the poor and on the local economy.
This is a very important gathering. It should not be seen as a gathering of ministers only because it deals with a subject that impacts entire humanity. The long-term impact of terrorism is particularly hard on the poor and on the local economy.
The two-day conference offers a platform for global cooperation to restrict the sources of terror financing. Over 70 countries and 450 delegates are participating in the conference. Home Minister Amit Shah has stressed on the need for coordinated efforts to curb the use of dark net and virtual currencies like cryptocurrency by terrorists. He added that the dark net has been used by terrorists to spread radical content and conceal their identities. He was addressing a session on global trends in terrorist financing and terrorism at No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference on counter-terrorism financing in New Delhi. Mr. Shah said there is a need to understand the patterns of these dark net activities and find their solutions.
वर्चुअल एसेट के नए तरीकों का उपयोग आतंकवादियों द्वारा फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन के लिए किया जा रहा है। वर्चुअल एसेट्स माध्यमों, फंडिंग, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तथा डार्क नेट के उपयोग पर नकेल कसने के लिए मजबूत और कारगर ऑपरेशनल सिस्टम की दिशा में हम एक रूपता से काम करें, यह आज की मांग है।
Home Minister said some countries protect and shelter terrorists. Mr. Shah said there are countries which seek to undermine or even hinder the collective resolve to fight terrorism. The minister said India has taken a series of measures to restrict the source of terror financing and that terrorist incidents have decreased significantly in the country in the last few years due to continuous efforts. In Uttarakhand, 11 people were killed and 5 others injured when a vehicle carrying passengers fell into a gorge on Jakhola Motor Road at Joshimath in Chamoli district this afternoon. Chief Minister Shri Pushkar Singh Dhami has expressed grief over the accident and directed a magisterial inquiry into it. 2 lakh rupees will be given to the next of kin of the deceased. He also instructed that the injured be given free treatment. All the seriously injured have been admitted at a hospital near Joshimath. The ill-fated vehicle was on its way to Pala, Jakhola from Joshimath when it lost control over the vehicle and fell into a gorge near Pala, Jakhola Motor Road. SDRF and police started rescue operation as soon as the information was received. The cause of the accident is yet to be ascertained. In Gujarat, scrutiny of nominations for the second phase of assembly elections ended today. The candidates can withdraw their nominations till the 21st of November. Polling for the second phase will be held on the 5th of December. Meanwhile, campaigning intensified in Saurashtra, Kutch and South Gujarat, where polling will be held in the first phase on 1st of December. A report from our correspondent.
Ruling BJP launched intense poll campaigning in the 82 assembly constituencies of the first phase today. Party's national president JP Nadda addressed rallies in Navsari and Ankleshwar in South Gujarat today. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, Anurag Singh Thakur, Purushottam Rupala, Mansukh Mandaviya, Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath and Madhya Pradesh CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan are among others who campaigned at various places in the state today. On the other hand, Aam Aadmi Party leader and party CM candidate Ishudan Gadhvi addressed a rally at Bhanwad in Devbhoomi Dwarka today. Senior Congress leader Digvijay Singh participated in the poll campaigning of the party at Vadodara with Sanjeev Sharma, Aparna Khund, AR News, Ahmedabad.
The National Human Rights Commission today held the third hearing of the Chief Secretaries of Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and Delhi on the air pollution in Delhi NCR. The states have been asked to develop a strategic time-bound plan to provide clean air and better civic amenities. The Commission said Punjab government will have to procure machines for harvesting and disposal of stubble and provide them to poor farmers free of cost. States need to purchase mechanized sweeping machines for every city in coordination with the civic bodies and also make special provisions in the budget. The Commission has asked the Delhi government to fix a timeline to rectify the cause of poor air quality at the hotspots. A specific report has been called from the government of Uttar Pradesh about the number of hospitals served notice for not complying with the guidelines for disposal of medical waste. NHRC has also sought the details of the action taken for revocation of the licenses of those flouting the norms. The next date of hearing has been fixed for 25th of November. Rural Development Minister Giriraj Singh has said that the government will connect around 10 crore women with self-help groups by 2024. Mr. Singh said this while inaugurating Saras Ajivika Mela 2022 at the India International Trade Fair in New Delhi today. He said currently around 8.7 crore women are connected with self-help groups.
जब मोदी जी आए थे तो केवल 2.35 करोड़ एसएचजी की महिलाएं हाउस होल्ड तक हम पहुंच पाए थे और आज लगभग 8.9 करोड़ पे हम पहुंच चुके हैं। 10 करोड़ 24 तक मेरा लक्ष्य है और भारत के इकोनॉमी में जो 5 ट्रिलियन का इकोनॉमी का सपना है माननीय प्रधानमंत्री का, ये इन महिलाओं का भी योगदान होगा।
Electronic and Information Technology Ministry has invited feedback on the draft Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2022. The bill will establish a comprehensive legal framework governing digital personal data protection in India. The bill provides for the processing of digital personal data in a manner that recognizes the right of individuals to protect the personal data, societal rights and the need to process personal data for lawful purposes. The ministry said people can send their feedback on the website www.innovateindia.mygov.in by the 17th of next month. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. You're listening to the news at 9. India's first ever private rocket Vikram was successfully launched by ISRO at 11:30 today from the Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. The rocket reached an altitude of 81.5 kilometers with 3 payloads weighing a total of 83 kilograms. The rocket safely splashed in the waters of the Bay of Bengal at around 115 kilometers after the liftoff from Sriharikota. The rocket is carrying payloads equipped with sensors for the measurement of acceleration, pressure, among others. Speaking after the launch, Union Minister of Space Dr. Jitendra Singh said that it was a new beginning for India's space program. Our correspondent is here with a report.
The mood in the viewing gallery, including Minister Jitendra Singh, was exuberant as the mission was accomplished. Students, scientists and business associates of the Skyroot Aerospace Private Limited expressed happiness at the success of the first private venture. The rocket requires minimal range infrastructure and can be assembled and launched within 24 hours from any launch site. Today's mission is the result of the MOU signed between the Skyroot agency and ISRO. Vikram series is named after Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, the father of the Indian space industry. Joy, AN News reporting from Chennai.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur congratulated ISRO and InSpace for the country's first ever private launch of Vikram suborbital rocket. The 53rd edition of the International Film Festival of India is set to open with a colourful opening ceremony at the Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Indoor Stadium in Goa on the 20th of November. This edition will showcase 280 films from 79 countries. President Draupadi Murmu has conveyed her best wishes for the success of the 53rd edition of IFFI, the International Film Festival of India. She said that as one of Asia's oldest film festivals, IFFI has been serving as a crucial platform in South Asia, enabling filmmakers, artists, industry professionals and cinephiles to exchange ideas and share enriching experiences. Kashi Tamil Sangamam has started in Varanasi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will formally inaugurate the Samagam tomorrow at the amphitheatre ground of Banaras Hindu University. Delegates from 12 different categories will come to Kashi from Tamil Nadu during the month-long event.
Preparations are in full swing at amphitheatre ground of Banaras Hindu University, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will formally inaugurate the Kashi Tamil Sangamam tomorrow. Many stalls of Tamil cuisine, handicraft, handloom, toys, literature and other articles have been set up at BHU. Union Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, L. Murugan, will also reach Varanasi tomorrow morning. Union Minister of Education, Dharmendra Pradhan, today visited the house of the family members of famous Tamil poet Subramaniam Bharati. He met with K.V. Krishnan, who is 96-year-old nephew of Mahakavi Subramaniam Bhartiyar. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Varanasi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Arunachal Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. Mr. Modi will inaugurate Doni Polo Airport in Itanagar, Arunachal Pradesh. The airport has been developed in an area of over 690 acres at a cost of over 640 crore rupees. The new airport in Itanagar will improve connectivity in the region and promote trade and tourism. During the program, Prime Minister will also inaugurate the 600 megawatt Kameng Hydro Power Station. Paddler Manika Batra today became the first Indian woman to reach the semi-finals of the Asian Cup table tennis tournament. Ranked 44 in the world, Manika defeated world number 23, Chen Zhu Yu of Chinese Taipei 4-3 in a hard-fought women's singles quarterfinals. The Indian had earlier defeated world number 7, Chen Xintong of China in a round of 16 match on Thursday. In the semi-finals, Manika will meet the winner of the match between Zeon Ji-hee of South Korea and Mima Ito of Japan. The Diamond Jubilee of the Battle of Rizangla was celebrated today. Defense Secretary Giridhar Aramane paid homage to the martyrs of the Battle of Rizangla at the War Memorial in Ahir Dham near Chushul in eastern Ladakh.
On this day, I salute these brave soldiers who sacrificed their lives and fought fearlessly for freedom, glory and welfare of our nation.
120 brave soldiers of the Charlie Company of 13 Kumaon Regiment of the Indian Army stood between the Ladakh and the waves of well-equipped Chinese army in the Battle of Rizangla. 114 of them died in the battle. The battle forced China to declare the ceasefire. Defense Secretary Mr. Giridhar commemorated the celebrations of the 60th year of the Battle of Rizangla.
The supreme sacrifice of our soldiers is an iconic landmark in the National Smarak, which was dedicated to the nation in 1963 and renovated last year. I am sanguine that this memorial will serve as a mark of motivation for our younger generation throughout the country.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast across the country. Tomorrow, national capital Delhi is likely to have misty sky. Mumbai is expected to have clear sky. Kolkata will also have partly cloudy sky. Chennai is expected to have thunderstorm with rain. Srinagar and Jammu will have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for a uniform, unified and zero-tolerance approach to defeat terrorism. Home Minister Amit Shah emphasizes dismantling use of dark net and cryptocurrency by terrorists. 11 people killed in a road accident in Chamoli district, Uttarakhand. ISRO successfully launches first ever private rocket from Sriharikota. President Draupadi Murmu says upcoming IFFI will deliver unique cinematic experiences. And Manika Batra becomes first Indian woman to reach semi-finals of the Asian Cup table tennis tournament. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.